They let me try this at Total Wine. I went in there. He's like, "Are you looking for Crown Royal Blackberry?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "We don't have any. Do you want to try this?" I'm like, "I guess."
Such a Total Wine move. Hello, and welcome everyone to episode 190 of The Mashup, the shortest bourbon conversation you're going to hear all week long. We're your hosts, Stephen, Kenny, and Anthony. Actually, scratch that. It's actually Jason who's back with us again. Jason, welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
All right. So I know that you do listen to our podcast, and we've switched to this format of doing either long hangs on Tuesday or shorter episodes. And so for this week's short, we have two different things to review from Starlight Distillery in Indiana. And let us not forget that when Starlight started, I was one of the people who was skeptical. I had a 2-year rye. I had some bourbons, things of that nature. I only liked the rye, and now I've grown to really appreciate them as a brand. In fact, on the mashup, we've only reviewed a Starlight barrel once, and I think it was a Kroger pick. It was a French oak bourbon, and I don't believe Stephen and I, either of us, liked it very much. So yeah, that's what we got going on tonight. Hi, Kenny. Did you even say anything?
I did not.
Ah.
You just like to talk.
We just launched in there. How are you doing, sir?
He was going.
I'm good. I'm just letting you go.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan overall, but tonight I'm excited because one of the ones we have is actually really, really good.
Oh, you've pre-poured it?
And it's not expensive. We had it a couple weeks ago.
I know we did. We tried it.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're bringing you this one tonight. So let me just launch into it here. So this bourbon that we have, the first of the two pours, this is a Starlight Single Barrel Rickhouse Select, and it was done by Who Rhino, which is
Ryan
Alves from Bourbon Outfitter and J-Hob. And this is, of course, from the Starlight Distillery. The bottle date is 2024. Ooh, the ABV is 58.95. The proof is 117.9. The age is actually 4.5 years old. Starlight actually has two mash bills. Did you guys know that?
I did not.
They have a 4-grain bourbon mash bill, and then they have a standard traditional one. And their traditional mash bill is 60% corn, 20% rye, and 20% malted barley. And I actually asked Ryan, see, Kenny, I can ask Ryan questions too, which one this was, and he said it was a standard mash bill.
He ran about me first, and I said he could answer you.
See this circle that you've walked into, Jason? Isn't this terrible? But the MSRP on this bottle is only $44.99, and it's currently available on bourbonoutfitter.com. Don't forget to use code The Mashup at checkout for a 5% discount. But did you, Kenny, you know how many bottles?
5%.
How many bottles there are of this?
It doesn't say how many is there, but this was a shorter barrel.
Great.
So 4.5 years old. I mean, gosh, it should be 220, 240.
That's what I would think.
Bottles at least, and I think it was like 100 or less.
Yes, I confirmed the bottle count. There was only 96 bottles of this.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Ryan, 4.5 years old.
Yeah, Ryan has this knack for finding short barrels.
Oh, dude.
That's his thing.
So, and here's the thing, just for the listeners, and I'm think the polite way to say it.
I can make it not polite once you say it. It's fine. I can help you. I can help you.
I mean, like overall, J-Hob Bourbon Outfitter has good picks, but there's going to be duds and everything.
Well, sure, everybody.
You might go, and when we've talked about, they'll give you 5 barrels, they'll give you 3 barrels. You pick the best one or best of that 3, the best one of that 5. It was the best that day, but doesn't necessarily mean it's great. So here's the thing. Like overall, 100% definitely trust any Bourbon Outfitter or J-Hob pick over when I see picks from Kroger, Total Wine, Liquor Barn, stuff like that. For me, that's just because I usually end up with law of averages, percentages, they're better. But if you see any pick that Ryan puts his own specific, what only call it a title, his own little handle,
Yeah,
his
like
handle.
His handle, yeah.
Is that
So it's
Who Rhino? That's what it
Yeah,
is.
so it's at then WHORYNO. So if you ever see the Who Rhino on there, I promise you it is a buy it as a bin. So how that came about, so we were talking and recording or just hanging out doing something, and I'd said, if it ever has Who Rhino, he's like, I said, I'm going to buy. He's like, well, my Starlight's up. I'm like, all right, bro, I got you.
Yeah.
So when I ordered my 24 Raconteur Batch 2s, I added a couple of those on there to that order.
Oh my God. I actually ordered, I think 3 or 4 of these separate before I ordered my Raconteur Rye. So Kenny, you're smart. I'm not. But one was for Michael Harris. He wanted one. And then, of course, I wanted a couple myself. And so let's just kind of do the nosing and tasting on this. Jason, so you're the outlier here. We're kind of interested in really what your opinion is.
Sure.
Because I think
I've not had much from Starlight. I mean, my
Right.
experience with them is like Total Wine seems to have a lot of their picks.
Good catch.
Yeah. But what I remember is like weird finishes. You know what? Like blackberry, and
Right.
I honestly kind of consider them in the same realm as Good Times with their finishes like that. So this will be the first, I think, Starlight non-finished product that I've had.
Well, there you go.
The nose is good to me.
Yeah, the nose has like that.
You get like a little bit like a slight nuttiness, maybe like almond-ish.
Right. No, you definitely got like, I was going to say almond, pecan, somewhere in there. It has some sugariness to it, right? It's got some nice sweetness to it as well. I don't know. Like the other thing that I always get on Starlight Bourbon is you get some notes that I don't know how else to describe except for being a little bit like funky.
Yeah, I can see that.
So there's a little bit of that going on too. So it's pretty nice. And it's funny that you mentioned that because I can't remember who I was talking to, but they said the blackberry finish specifically. They said, look at Blackberry Crown. It's sold out. It was, 30, 40? Some stores were charging $50, $60 a bottle because they could, and it was just selling out. Starlight's got a $30 blackberry finish on the shelf that apparently tastes better than Crown Blackberry.
They let me try this at Total Wine. I went in there. He's like, "Are you looking for Crown Royal Blackberry?" I'm like, "No." He goes, "We don't have any. Do you want to try this?" I'm like,
There you go.
"I guess."
Such a Total Wine move.
Like randomly just ask me.
What a jerk.
Anyway, I did try it, and it was pretty good.
Well, there you go.
We did go through a bottle of Crown Royal Blackberry on vacation this year.
There you go.
We made it with that Simply Lemonade. Mix that shit up on the beach.
I was going to say,
Pardon my
there you
language,
go.
but very good. Very
There
good
you go.
drink.
Yeah.
put that together because, by itself, it's just a little too sweet, you know?
Yeah.
But it's actually good.
With lemonade,
I mean, it's
it is
actually
a
good.
great beach drink, summer drink. Definitely encourage that one.
Wow.
Dude, like, you could tell somebody, hey, this is a short barrel. It's 8 years old, 9 years old. You
I'd
wouldn't know
agree.
the difference.
I'd agree.
You would not know a difference.
I get like almost like banana, like a little. It's like a fruit in there. I don't know if it's necessarily banana, but something. It's like ripe, like sweet.
It's almost like it almost tastes like an overripe fruit, but I can't put my
Banana was the first one that came to mind, but it might not be.
Maybe a plantain.
Plantain.
How about
I could see that. I could
that
see
sounds
that.
much better.
Plantains are a little bigger.
Marzipan.
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 I do get that sometimes.
This has like
Clearly, I've been around too many cakes. There
you go.
Marzipan.
the front isn't just like whatever overripe sweetness you're getting, but it's getting like a berry sweetness. But it's not like your cherry berries things. It's like
It's not cherry.
not raspberry, like a different berry register. I can't put my finger on it. The other thing that hits you in the middle toward the end is you do get some of that grain, but the grain that you get is like not terrible. It's almost like the sweetness kind of masks it, like makes it like a sweet cereal grain almost. That's because it does have a little bit of grain in the backbone, like a tiny bit.
It does.
Yeah, to be critical. But for a 4.5-year-old, $44.99 bottle of whiskey, that's it's pretty delicious.
And 117.9 is a proof. Okay.
Right, it's high proof. It drinks, but it's
I don't think it drinks that high proof.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
110, 120. Okay, it's fine, but it's not over hot.
Yeah, no, I'm liking it. I mean, and I can't believe I don't know how many
I am too.
bottles are left, but 96 bottles only out of the barrel, and we have Kenny. How many did you buy?
Of this one?
Yeah.
Only bought 2.
So you bought 2, I bought 4. So there's 90 bottles that we know that are out there that may be unspoken for, but I'm sure there's less. But before we get to talking about whether we pass, try, or buy on that, I'm going to pour out this next one.
Okay.
So this is I'm going to pour it before, and then I'm going to talk about it and hand it to you guys.
And while he's pouring, you said
There we go.
they still had the Raconteur Batch 2 Rise on there too on Bourbon Outfitters?
Yeah, so I just logged on a second ago just to make sure that this Starlight short barrel pick is available, and they still have Raconteur Rye Batch 2 on there.
They have
God.
this one on there too, the Starlight?
Yeah.
And how much you got to spend to get the free shipping?
600.
Okay.
So you might just want to pay the $25 in shipping.
So they got Raconteur still available, and they got this. I would be buying both of those. But anyway, I just messed the past try-by up. But anyway, so the second bottle is coming around now. This is a Starlight Single Barrel Bourbon finished in Pear Brandy barrels. And this was a pick with Russell's Renegades and Justin's House of Bourbon. So this was through Rare Bird's Patreon. And the distillery, of course, Starlight Distillery, bottle dates 2023. The ABV on this one is 119.6. Or no, sorry, the ABV is 59.8. The proof is 119.6. That would be bad. The age is 7 years, but I don't know how much time it's spent in a secondary finish barrel. Didn't get that info. And this is a standard bourbon mash bill, and this one was $75, and it was sent to us by one of David's patrons, Sean Hankins, and so we really appreciate that. He sent it a long time ago. I told him we were going to review it. He said we didn't need to. He just wanted to share it, but I said we're going to make it part of an episode. So another listener-supported sip coming this way. We really appreciate it, Sean, so thank you for that.
Interesting nose. Definitely different than another one.
Right. What's funny is I'm getting like a very faint pear on it. I'm not getting like a massive amount of pear.
I don't know if you didn't tell me it was finished in pear. I would tell you that nose is a pear.
Really?
But, I mean,
Yeah.
now,
I'm so used to, here it is. Here's the lid there for you. I'm so used to like things that are finished like being so strong that
100%. I agree with that.
Caught off guard by this.
Yeah, anytime
nose.
you see a finished product in the store, I always think it's going to be overly sweet and just all you taste.
Yeah, but it's funny because you mentioned that you're familiar with Starlight for all the different finishes, and then here we are, Pear Brandy, which I don't know if I've had a Pear Brandy finished bourbon ever.
I don't think I ever have.
That's a J-Hop pick?
He wrote Russell's Renegades
Renegades,
J-Hub on there, so maybe it was just distributed through there.
My first initial sip on that, it's sweet on the front, but the next thing I get that sulfur like I get on something that's like port finished.
Right.
I don't know why I get that sulfur on port if it's Pear Brandy.
Ooh.
But I get like a wine finish, not a Pear Brandy.
Well, I guess brandy is kind of like a cognac.
I guess.
We're getting into that.
They
that
are.
register.
I would say they are.
Yeah. So ports and things.
From my limited knowledge, I would say it's true.
Yeah, there you go. and Kenny, what I'm saying is I don't think you're that far off from like the kind of stuff that you usually taste with port finishes and things like that, because port's still a wine at the end of the day, right? It's just a really amped up wine. Yeah, no, I definitely think that when you get into that sort of finishing anything, I should know this because I actually had a wine class at Kent State University.
Really?
Yeah.
What'd you get in the class? What grade?
I think I got a B because...
Sure it wasn't a D?
It may have been. Because here's the thing. We all thought it was just a wine tasting class. It was geography of wine. So you had to learn about regions and these things. And obviously I didn't pick anything up because I should be able to tell you, but I'm pretty sure brandy, cognac, those kind of things are still classified as wine. They're just done differently and they're higher proof. But at their essence they are. So I think. And if that's wrong, then I failed. I didn't fail wine class, but I barely got that B. There were a lot of people.
You turned that D into a B.
Yeah, there were people that were that were taking that class and were getting low grades, man. People's barely getting by in that class because they thought they were just going to drink and hang out. Mm-hmm. It was a lot. It was actually very involved. But I think that wine class ended because they went to a winery one year and half the people got left behind. They're too big of a liability.
I thought he was going to say they got kicked out.
No, I think, but yeah, that professor's, I don't know if he's still around, but man, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, really great time. So anyway.
Yeah, I definitely get some of that pear, that sweet fruit like that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if I'd call it pear if I didn't know it that was in there. I mean, I'm getting a light fruit though, for sure.
Yeah.
I could even see grape.
We're just getting some of that sulfur that I get, but
it's a finish that kind of disrupts it for me. Yeah. So very good. Well, Starlight is really coming into their own. They're kind of up there in Indiana, giving MGP a run for their money. Right? Not really, but at least people know them for doing more than what it used to be. So I think they're on the map here. So is there any other Starlight experiences that you guys have that you want to share before we get to our past drive-by here?
I went with Mossick once down there.
Really?
And was that my only time? Maybe a second time with Ryan or something. But we went just to pick up. There was a barrel pick that somebody had done, so we went and picked up their whole, we loaded up the back of the truck with all these boxes, and it was some kind of a finished something. It wasn't just bourbon; it was something else.
Right.
I forgot what they're known for too. The people love, is it their brandy? I think it's
a lot
actual
of
own
that,
brandy.
Yeah.
So there's some brandy pick and something, and I went with Alves one time because he also picked up something. But it's a nice, huge facility.
They're a winery, right? First, they
got wine, and they got. I mean, there's
Huber's Winery.
Huber's,
I think that's what it is.
But it's a huge facility, and they've got. I think they do in the fall time too. I think they do pumpkin patch and
I think you're
rides
right.
and all that kind of stuff, and they had big ponds there. And
I can't remember what episode it was, but we did go a little bit into that and talked about the family farm and the history and stuff. So go back and find that French Oak bourbon episode that Stephen and I did back in, it's got to be before episode 100 somewhere. And you can hear more about Starlight. We would say Starlight presenting, Huber's presenting Starlight. Anyway, it's funny. It's like a lot on the bottle.
It is a lot.
So, gentlemen, would you pass, try, or buy on these 2 pours?
we would pause.
Sure.
I need 2 glasses.
You need 2 for a blend?
Yeah, I know. On a short one, I know, man. But we got to do it, bro.
Are you kidding
I need
me?
an extra glass.
2 glasses.
Yeah,
Anthony, open that cabinet, bro.
2 glasses. God dang it, Kenny. What are you doing here?
Hey, man. All right, 2 glasses from you guys. There's 2.
2 each?
Yep, two each.
1 each,
a
2
leaking
each,
glass or
3
something?
each. Here.
All right. Y'all close your eyes real quick.
Hold on a second. Let me get
All
this.
right. Oh, did I give you the igloo glass?
Yeah,
I got
we're
an igloo
good.
glass too. Sorry.
Eyes closed.
I just need your 2.
Here.
Eyes closed.
Eyes closed.
Eyes wide closed.
16-year Van Winkle. It's only available when Julian got really drunk one night and drove his truck over, damn near over the Kentucky River. It was one of the times when the bourbon wasn't selling, and he was so upset.
It's probably down at Blackberry Farm, Tennessee.
There you go.
They did private barrel picks out there. I think they still do them actually. Family
Really?
shit. Yeah. That's I think Justin Bieber had his honeymoon there.
Really?
Yeah. You ever looked that place up?
No.
It's insanely expensive. They have you know what Benton's bacon is? Benton's ham.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
I
So
know Benton's because
It's
unfortunately it was
legit.
like so smoky the first time I had it. It like blew my palate.
Oh, I don't think it would be a good. You
right, we
wouldn't
can
wanna
open.
Eat any, and then
Oh, we got our eyes open now? Oh.
oh damn, one of these
Right,
is dark.
left.
Wow,
There we go. Left to right.
that is dark.
So even though this is a short, we have a Kenny Mills blind. Thank you, Kenny Mills.
Hey, man.
I
I'll
know
do what I
that
can do.
is. Oh wow.
Oh my God,
So
what is it?
on the nose, I'm going to say these are not bourbon.
Yeah, I think he may have pulled his Crown Blackberry out because I get that, but I don't think so.
This might be it right here.
It's so, but no, it doesn't look like this. Crown Blackberry doesn't look like this. So what has he
What it
done?
looks like.
Yeah, this
Very
is,
low proof. That's blackberry.
Yeah, this is the Crown Blackberry.
You know what they say?
Crown Blackberry on the left, and the one that looks like it's a mixture here on the right.
Okay.
Okay, I'm just going to go out on a limb here and say these 2 are not for me.
I'd like to mix some of that lemonade.
Yeah, mix them with some lemonade. I don't know if I'm drinking them straight, but they're delicious in their own right.
On the left,
On the left, Crown
Blackberry.
I knew it. I
this
knew
one?
it.
And
Yeah, the one that's-
on the right,
Oh,
Starlight
Ooh, okay.
Blackberry.
Okay.
oh, you know what's
Blackberry flavored whiskey, and theirs is the dark one. It's super dark.
Oh,
you
okay.
have that?
I've had it for a while.
What's the proof difference on these? Just for curiosity, I know it's not a
84 proof on the Starlight, and
Okay.
the Crown should be 80.
But it drinks a little hotter.
Yes.
That darker one.
So I'm going to say something right now.
No, it's not.
Kenny?
70.
Okay.
So 70
That's
versus
why it
84.
drinks.
Thank you for doing this because I have 1 bottle of Crown Blackberry and I probably would have never opened it. I'd probably given it to somebody to appreciate more than me unless I was going to mix it. I always wonder what the Starlight tasted like.
Mm-hmm.
Starlight Blackberry is much more blackberry than Crown. Crown literally has a great flavor to it. To me, anyway, to my palate.
I was going back and forth
I can-
between grape
the-
and blackberry on
The
it.
Starlight tastes like real fruit,
Yeah, I agree.
Real fruit.
and the
There you
Crown is the artificial
go. Right.
flavoring.
It's almost like bubble gum, like grape bubble gum or
right.
blackberry bubble gum.
The
Yep.
Crown you definitely need to put in lemonade, I think, just like what Jason said.
Well, that's what you drank at the beach, right?
And
100%. We killed
Oh,
a fifth in
that
a
was
couple days.
But the
Right.
Starlight might also go great in there. But it's
bet
more of
it would.
it's like a real fruit flavor, real fruit taste.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not knocking the Crown Blackberry, and I think that you just did this because you want us to have a really nice feeling for Starlight, right?
No, I mean I don't really care about them. To be honest with you,
inside.
because the only bottle theirs I would or like to buy is the one I bought, this Rhymes one.
Really?
Like I wouldn't buy this blackberry one again for me. If someone wants to put it with lemonade, make it more of a summertime drink, 100%. I just don't do that.
I think that's what it is. It's
Yeah.
a summertime drink. I'm with
Right.
you. I mean,
Yeah.
if I'm at the beach, though, like I'll drink whatever. You put it in front of me.
Right.
It's a whatever mixed
Oh, I
drink. I
feel
don't
you.
care.
Yeah.
I rarely drink bourbon just straight at the beach.
Well, here's the thing I'm going to say. Kenny, I'm not even upset that you interrupted us in that past try-by for that blind because I think it just affirmed what I feel about Starlight, which is that they're making quality products up there, and they're only going to get better. And, yeah, all the crazy finishes that they're doing and stuff like that, I get it. I mean, Probably not going to taste them all, but I get it. So back to where we were at before. I guess quick and easy here. Gentlemen, pass try by on the Starlight Single Barrel Rickhouse Select by Mr. Ryan Alves, who Rhino, and also the pick that we got the samples of from Russell's Renegades and J-Hob, the Pear Brandy finish. So no particular order. Go ahead.
I'm definitely a buy on the Who Rhino Shorty.
Right.
And I really do suggest. Here's a tough part. It's a $45 bottle, and shipping is $25.
Right.
So I would suggest going on there and buying a few other bottles with it to make it worthwhile on shipping.
Right.
But for any of the listeners that has not pulled the trigger on Rack and Tour Batch 2, I promise you that will be one of the best ryes of this year.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm not just saying that. I've tasted a ton of ryes. So I would grab it, at least 2 of those. But so if you grab at least that bottle, 1 or 2 other bottles, this bottle also, and $25 shipping doesn't hit into much. But I'm a buy on this for sure, for me at least.
Yeah, and then we're
on the other one.
Yeah. We're on a pair.
For me, I'm a pass. But if you're the kind of person that likes easier sippers, smoother sippers, if you're drinking 90 proof bourbons and you want something that just is kind of a little bit easier, this is more of a fruity, easy summertime type of drink. More. I'm just not into because I'm not saying it's a flavored whiskey, but it comes off to me a little bit like a flavored whiskey with that, and I'm not into that personally myself.
Yeah, Jason.
I'm a buy. I'm a buy on the whatever the single barrel one is there.
Yeah.
I think too, like the price on that one. That's really good. I mean, 4.5 years old, drinks much older than that for me.
Right.
I mean, I would say 7 to 8. You know,
absolutely.
Price is right, but the other one, I'm probably a try on it. It's not necessarily my jam.
Right.
I think if I was buying the flavored ones, I'd probably go to the blackberry and just mix it with lemonade.
Okay.
Being honest. I think I'd just try it. Maybe pass, but we'll say try.
You know what?
I can't commit.
Well, I did say I would pass for me personally, but I would say somebody else that might like that. So I guess that sort of equals a try. So I guess I would be a try.
Yeah,
try
not
minus.
For me. Not
try
for
minus.
me. Yeah. For me, no. But also I don't do cocktails. I don't do other types of alcohol. I drink coffee, water, and bourbon.
Yep.
So that's why for me I did say pass. But
so the only unique perspective I could bring here that you guys didn't already cover is, what does the Blackberry Starlight cost?
I'm gonna say $30, 35.
Probably around 30, I think.
So at $30, I like the Blackberry Starlight Pour more than I like, unfortunately, the pear.
Yeah,
because the pear is good. It's not a bad whiskey. I'm like you guys. I'm kind of like, okay, yeah, I'd try it. But would I really want a whole bottle of it? Probably not. And that's no disrespect to David Jennings and the group that picked that. I think it's actually solid, because who knows what the goal was when you got there to Starlight and everything like that. And obviously, if you have a chance to pick something unique versus something that's $30 Blackberry Bourbon, I'm just saying I would enjoy that Blackberry Bourbon more than a finished pick. And then as far as the Single Barrel Select, the Bourbon Outfitter Who Rhino pick, I'm buying it. I did buy it, and I'm not upset that I bought it. It was one of those things that when I bought it, I was kind of like, well, I know the history of Starlight, and I'm still skeptical. Even if Ryan picked it, I'm still skeptical. And then when it came in and we opened it, I think it was probably a day later, and we were at your house. Everyone enjoyed it. And so, yeah.
It made me rethink Starlight, because
Right.
I just consider them finished in my mind. So that made me rethink them right there.
Right. Absolutely. Well, that's good.
So 4.5-year-old is a banger, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I just went in for another drink of it right now.
Right.
I still got a little bit left. It's good.
Yeah, it's tasty.
And with that, thanks for listening to this episode. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code The Mashup for a special discount.
Also,
head on over to our partner, the Woodwork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
let us know your thoughts on this bottle in the comment section. Until next time, keep it neat.